Welcome to Kenpo University. My name is Al Babinick. I'm your instructor. Today we're doing the definition on the close kneel. So a close kneel, the definition is a forward bow dragged up and dropped. Got it? The definition of a close kneel is a forward bow dragged up and dropped. So first of all, you have to do a good forward bow. Now I'm going to go a little bit on an angle so you can see this. I'm not coming straight towards you. So a forward bow is a neutral bow, and you pivot the back foot, right? So what that does is it turns my hips, it gives my backhand reach and power. That's what a forward bow is, right? So a forward bow dragged up and dropped. That is a close kneel, all right? So if I was in a good neutral, I pivot to my forward and I just drop down, my feet are a little bit deep, okay? Not wide this way, but deep this way. So that's where you have to drag it up a little bit and then drop it. What you want is a straight line. Your body should look perfectly straight up and down. You want your center of gravity driving down straight through that knee. And that's why you have to drag it up just a little bit. And I'm going to show you on a cushion, okay? So when we're doing this, I have a cushion, I go to a forward bow. Now you see if I just dropped, it's actually behind me a little bit. The center of gravity is going behind me. So I drag up, so when I drop my knee, can you see we have a nice straight line? So from your forward bow, you drop straight down. So when you're doing your close kneel, you always want your knee straight underneath your center of gravity. You want it straight on a line, so it's going to drop down out of the way. All right? So when we're doing, I'm going to do the close kneel. When you do evading the storm, there's a couple of different versions that you can do for evading the storm. If you want to do the extension, you have to do the original version out of the manual. All right? There's a whole reason why it does that. If you want to do the option, which it actually has in the manual, all right, that's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to do the optional rear twist that I already talked about off it. I'm just doing the base evading the storm. So evading the storm, guys coming at me with a right overhead club. I step off the line. I do my parry. I grab the club, kick to the groin. I throw my punch, and then so his right foot's forward. When I hit his leg with my left knee, that turns and bends him, and then I have my close kneel with my knee drop on his ankle. All right? So, and if you noticed, when I'm doing this, from here, I'm getting my punch in there to the rib cage. His leg's forward. When I knee him, he should turn, bend, drop down. You should know the technique already, right? So if you do the technique, you drop, boom, you drop the guy. You see how my knee wants to be straight underneath me. I don't want it back here someplace where my center of gravity is driving straight down, but the point of contact is behind me. I always want it so it's directly underneath me. And then I could get up, cross out, or keep going, do whatever I want to do. So if you want to do the extension, it's based on the other version. If you want to do the close kneel version, the option, which is what pretty much happens all the time, all right? Again, if I do the techniques one of these days, I'll explain the difference, why you do one versus the other. But for now, that's what's going to happen to you most of the time. And your close kneel is going to drop straight down on the guy. And that's going to do some damage on his ankle, right? By the way, underneath your kneecap, if you feel underneath your kneecap right here, it kind of curves in like this, okay? If you look at somebody's Achilles tendon, it curves out like this. So one fits right on top of the other. It's a perfect fit. Kind of means we were meant to do it, right? So try not to hit with your actual kneecap. Try not to hit with your shin. It's the curve right underneath your kneecap to the curve, the curve underneath your kneecap to the curve on his Achilles tendon, and it fits perfect. That's what you're shooting for, all right? Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.